Hi, I wanted to talk to y'all about sleep and insomnia and what are some of the causes of insomnia and some of the problems associated with it, and also how to improve your sleep and improve your quality of sleep. So, a lot of people come to me and they complain of, that they can't go to sleep, they can't fall asleep, they have a hard time falling asleep, they get restless or their mind's racing, and it takes them a long, long time to fall asleep. Other patients come in and they fall asleep okay, but then they wake up in the middle of the night. Some of them can go back to sleep. Some of them are wired and they can't go back to sleep. Some have to wake up in the middle of the night because they have to empty their bladder and go to the bathroom. I'm going to touch upon some of those things. Some people have all the above. Some people have a hard time falling asleep, and then they have a hard time once they fall asleep staying asleep. And so I'm just going to offer a couple of tips and solutions for getting a better night's sleep and getting a better quality sleep. One of the first things that is going to help is eating clean. So, and not eating late or not drinking late. So that includes alcohol. A lot of times I find that people try to get their water consumption in at the end of the day when they should really be drinking water all throughout the day. And it just the body needs water all day long, so it's best to sip on water all day long, and not wait until the end of the day to get your water consumption in. A good rule of thumb is not to eat past, I would say, 7 or 8 o'clock at night, depending on when you eat breakfast. So you want to kind of stay within that 10 to 12 hour range of when you're eating. So let's say you wake up and eat breakfast. Let's say you eat breakfast at 8 o'clock. So that means between 6 and 8 p.m. you don't want to, after 8 p.m. for sure you don't want to be eating anything. And if you're really trying to watch your weight or something, stick to that 8 to 10 hour. So after 6 p.m. try not to eat anything. You can drink water after that, just don't guzzle it down or drink a ton of it. So that's one thing that can help. Another thing that can help is sleep in a cool room. So in Houston, in fact, this week's supposed to get into the upper 90s. So keeping your house at cool and dry at night is the best solution for that. I like to keep everybody's thermostat's different, so it's not like can set your thermostat on a certain temperature, but try to keep it cool and comfortable for you. Another thing is to keep it as dark as possible. You don't want blue lights on you from cell phones or from TVs or even the red LED lights. Every single cell in your body has a photon or light receptor, especially the ones on your skin, and your body can get tricked into thinking that it's daylight when it's not, and it can release neurotransmitters and hormones that it's not supposed to release when you're sleeping, so that it can affect your sleep if you're having blue light or any type of light on you. So try to keep the lights to zero if you can. I've even gone as far as you have the smoke detector have that little faint light on it. I've even gone as far as taping that up or putting a band-aid over it just to try to get rid of the light. I've been told I'm a little crazy about that, but some things that can cause, remember I did mention having to get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. Obviously I mentioned about drinking alcohol or drinking water too late at night or too much of it too late at night. But eating too late at night, especially eating sugar late at night, is too stressful on your liver, and that's another reason you don't want to do alcohol late at night. And your liver circadian rhythm is mainly active between 1 and 3, and it's going to detox heavily during those times. And so you don't want to put added stress on your liver. So you should be sleeping at night. You shouldn't be having to get up and empty your bladder if that's an issue. Now, I know there's some mechanical issues some people have with smaller bladders, or maybe you have a bladder infection that you have to deal with, or certain things, but that's not something that should happen, day in and day out. Another thing that I really, some people use melatonin as a supplement to help them fall asleep. One of my favorite products is called Sleep, and this is what the package looks like. IDLife makes it. I promote their products because they're very, very clean. They're non-GMO, soy-free, gluten-free, hormone-free. There's no artificial flavors, colors, or sweeteners in any other products, so they're very, very clean and very effective. This particular product works wonders for people. And here's how I usually recommend it, especially when I first started using this. I use it on my most serious insomnia cases. So what I did was I had them take one a night for about 7 days in a row and see how they did. And after, one night, no big deal. They didn't really see much of a difference, maybe a tiny bit of improvement. But after the end of the 7 days, they saw a pretty good result. It may not have been perfect, but maybe they were getting 3 solid hours of sleep or 4 solid hours of sleep, where they were only getting 1 or 2 before. So if it wasn't completely good, what I told them is after a week, up it to 2. These are little strips, by the way, mint flavored strips that you put on your tongue or on the side of your mouth, and they disintegrate and they melt in your mouth. So you take these about within 30 minutes of you wanting to fall asleep. I always tell my patients to take them after they have brushed their teeth and while they're ready for bed, so they can just go to the bed, put this in their mouth, let it dissolve. If you want to read a book, that's fine. No watching TV at night in your bed. That's a no-no. So after a week of taking one, I had them take an extra one. So they were taking 2, and I had them do it for a week, and that made a tremendous result. I've never had anybody have to take 3 before. However, I'm not saying that that's never going to happen. Now, the ones that I had take 2, they stayed on. I remember one of my patients, she was one of the worst ones. She stayed on 2 sleep strips per night for 3 solid months, and then she backed down to 1, and she stayed on 1, and it worked for her really well. So she didn't need 2 forever. It just, her body, it's almost like it's like replenishing, almost like a vitamin deficiency. So her body was replenishing her melatonin and her L-theanine, which is in here, and also her 5-HTP. It's got the tryptophan in there as well. And it's a triphasic approach to sleep. So it helps you fall asleep, get into REM sleep faster, which is your deep sleep, which you go through a REM cycle every 90 minutes, which is another thing. You want to try to sleep in 90-minute intervals. So that would be like minimum, I'd say bare minimum 6 hours. Then your next 90-minute would be 7.5 hours, and then after that would be 9 hours. So those are all good pointers for sleep and improving your sleep. There's also some other issues that people could have, like if they're serious hormonal issues with adrenals. People come to me and I help people with adrenal issues. So that's kind of something that might be separate from this, although I've had people with adrenal fatigue and adrenal hypoadrenia that still benefited from this product. They just might need something else in addition to this. So that's something that, I can help people with as well. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to me and contact me. I'm on Facebook as Brian Stanton. I also have a business page, Stanton Wellness Solutions. I'm on Instagram as Dr. Brian Stanton. And I also have my website. So all of my contact information is on there as well. So if you have any questions or anything. Also, if you want to buy this product, you want to go to either Dr. Stanton, like drstanton.idlife.com, or you can go to it's Optimize Your Health or .idlife.com, or optimizeyournutrition.idlife.com. If somebody shared this video with you, that's an IDLife, go to their website that they provide to you, and you can buy this product through their website as well. All right. Hope this helps you guys. If you have any questions, again, reach out to me.